Hey Virgo, welcome to Key Wisdom Tarot. Ruth here with your monthly intuitive reading for the month of June. We will just do what comes, okay? I'll tell you the story that comes. The first card will give us an indication of exactly what you're going to be feeling and experiencing as we enter the month of June. Now, my intention is for you, for us to acknowledge what we're experiencing, accept our realities, and to tell the truth. So hopefully this reading will be able to help you to do that and to confront whatever it is you're going to be facing. You mean business this month, Virgo. That is definitely something that I know. There's a huge amount of clarity coming through for you, and you really want this message, so I'm going to give it you. Okay, the energies as you start the month of June. As you enter the month of June, you're going to be feeling this way. The Two of Wands. It's interesting. I've had this for one other sign yesterday. It's this: you're ready. You understand what it is, where it is you want to go next, what it is you need to do next. But that's because you've been facing really a battle as you enter the month of June. The battle is over now, and now you understand and know what your desires are and how to move forward. You know what the next step for you should be. The energy that's driving this is the Seven of Swords. So interestingly, this is something that you have battled, okay, and it's really a part. Really your understanding. What did I say to you? Acknowledge what you're experiencing, accept your reality, and tell the truth. The Seven of Swords indicates that there is something that you are not saying or not communicating to yourself consciously, because you think it's for the best. You think, if I do this, it will be better for them. It will be better for me if I don't think about this. It will be better for me if I don't communicate this. You've decided obviously to move forward. I feel like it's you're letting someone go. Maybe you're letting someone go. Let's look at the recent past. The recent past, we've got the Page of Wands. So there was passionate something that you're passionate about, wanted to go toward, wanted to move toward in that direction. Now you're telling yourself you don't want that anymore. It's been hard for you to get to this point though, where you feel like I just have to move on and move forward. Let's look at the near future for you. We've got the Ten of Wands. Unsurprising, really. You know, the Ten of Wands basically is it's restricting your energy. Basically, it's restricting. Oh, Tiny's getting involved. You know, we mean business now. Hello, Tiny. It's you restricting your energy, right? With the Ten of Wands. So that's, you know, this is the thing. This is why this is, as I said, the intention for this reading and the intention of living our lives, that I live my life, I should say, is to acknowledge what we're experiencing and to accept our realities, and to tell ourselves the truth. Because if we don't do that, this is when we get this, when we deny what we really truly feel. But it's been hard for you to move on, you know. So you're doing, let's look. So we've got the outcomes here, and we are going to clarify these energies as well, okay, as we go. I do love this little spread that I kind of just made up. I just love it. It's just a really nice little intuitive spread. We're going to look at this card, definitely. There's two come out. These are your clarifiers. I'll just stop talking a second. You want to know whether you're doing the right thing by lying to yourself. This is card at the base of the reading. And I'll come back to in fact, I want that now, actually. I want that out. I think that wants to come out on it. You want to know, when you come to this reading, you want to know, am I doing the right thing by moving on? Am I doing the right thing by just ignoring how I feel? Am I doing the right thing by denying how I feel? Well, the good news is for you that you at least acknowledge, you know that you are fighting yourself. You know, this is the card at the base of the reading, okay? So this is a battle. I talked about a battle. That was one of the first things I said to you when we just saw this card, okay? Because I get it. I understand what it feels like when we are in this situation where this is my reality. but this is this is my reality. This is what I'm experiencing internally, but this is the manifested reality, and the two are at odds. Right? So, for example, I want this job, but I'm not qualified for this job. So that's like a battle, right? That's going on within you. So it's like, I want to be an actor, a dancer, for example, but I've broken my leg and I will never dance again. This is you having to accept that reality. Now, I don't know if any of you are dancers, but it's that time, that's what the Five of Wands, that's an example of what the Five of Wands kind of tells us is going on in the mind, what's going on in our mind. This battle and what's going on energetically for us, that we fight this type of thing, this type of urge. But it's not fighting the urge, it's recognizing that exists, that both those aspects of ourselves exist, and which one's going to win? Which one's going to win? Is it going to be the truth, what you know, or is it going to be the truth, what you understand, or is it going to be what you're telling yourself? So at the moment, you're telling yourself that what you're doing is for the best. You think that you decided, or you're deciding this month, or you have decided as you enter the month of June, right, I know what I'm going to do. I know where I'm going to go. I know what I must do now. But it's driven by, so what you're doing is being driven by you not telling yourself the truth, or you not fully acknowledging that this is happening for you. Now, it's okay to move on and move forward. Obviously, you're going to do what you're going to do, and I'm not going to tell you what to do. My job is literally just for you to acknowledge what you're experiencing right now, or we're going to be acknowledging what's going on in your mind in the month of June, right? That's all that I'm here for. So for you, this is like you going, it's best if I don't think about it anymore. It's best if I don't wonder about it anymore. It's best if I don't say it anymore. But this is what is really felt. You feel potentially isolated, abandoned by somebody, maybe, or I feel like there's this energy of maybe walking away or trying to get over something, trying to get over someone. This feeling though, the five, fives are about power, okay? And power is basically our attention, our focus. That's what power brings us. So if you look at something, this is why I've left this card out. If you look at something, then you see it. If you don't look at it, then you don't see it, and we get to here. What should happen if you look at something, if you shine the light on it, if you're open and honest with yourself about it, if you let your mind go there, and let your body go there, and let you allow yourself to just reflect and just recognize and just acknowledge what is there, what is going on for you, which is, I'm lying to myself, I'm finding it hard, I'm finding it difficult. Eventually we can move forward. Okay, so let's look at this energy of the Two of Wands, what you want to go towards. Queen of Wands. So this is, this is you, that stoic, that stoicism, that I hinted at with the Seven of Swords. This energy of, I know what I need to do. I understand what I need to do. I understand where I must go. I understand that I must move forward. I understand that this must be my next step. And that's what you're going with. You're going with that narrative in your mind. And in your energy, you're psyching yourself up. You might be doing mantras or whatever at the beginning of the day, or, saying yourself, right, I am over it. I am ready. I am this, whatever. You might be reciting stuff to yourself. And I feel, that's absolutely fine and beautiful and lovely, as long as you also recognize that this is going on as well. It's cool. Do that. Recognize that this has been a battle. This has been hard. It's been hard to get over this. It's been hard to let this go. It's been hard to forgive this. I'm still hurting from this. I'm still feeling a pain from this. Acknowledge that. But I want to also get over it. Acknowledge both aspects of self, because both aspects of, I feel like you must and do, because I feel like you do acknowledge this, and this is what shines a light on the strain. And I'm looking forward to seeing these outcomes. Okay, so in the recent past, we have this energy of the Page of Wands, or passion, message. Right, okay. So look, we've got two kind of sides here, haven't we? It seems like Tiny's just sat there, stood, literally sat on edge of bed looking at me. What, Tiny? You can't see him fully, but I can. Little munchkin. Now, look at this. It almost seems like we have two kind of aspects. We've got one person passionately going toward and another, and being sort of met with this hermit energy. I feel like there's kind of an unknown of where this passion comes from, of where this feeling comes from, of where these feelings come from. Where do these feelings come from? You know, are they real? There's a star in there, like the star card, okay? It's like, it's almost like, can you trust? It's funny, isn't it? Because it's almost like they're mirroring each other. I've never had these two cards together actually before, but it really is like they're mirroring each other, isn't it? You know, the old man looking at the young man back in, you know what I mean? Like, this is who I'll be in like 20 years or whatever. It's kind of like that. It's bizarre. I don't know. I mean, what comes to mind for you? Oh, I feel like there's a recognition of someone. Maybe there is a sort of soulmate sort of energy or twin flame sort of vibe going on. I do feel that these two are connected, whether these are both you. So you're looking back at yourself, you're looking back at how you used to be, or but I feel like this is more kind of, I feel like it is reflective, but I feel like if it's two people involved, even if there's a separation, I feel like both people are reflecting on the same relationship, or this is in the recent past, right? So both people have been reflecting on the same relationship. You see similarities between each other. You see yourselves in each other in some way. You might say, that's how I was when I was younger. And this person might say, well, that's what I will be. Like, I will be this person when I'm older or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I can see myself going that way. I don't know. You know, but there's this energy of, you know, reflection, obviously, but reflecting on passion, reflecting on what is felt, reflecting on what is within and what is felt. That's what I'm feeling here. And that's what's been in your recent past, in the near future or in the future. So this is the month of June. We've got the 10 of Wands with 2 clarifying cards here. So this is, as I said, this is where we restrict what we feel. But it's the end of that restriction, or the recognition that we have been restricting what it is we're feeling. Because, you know, the wand energy really leads us to our awareness. You know, we think things and we feel things emotionally. And this is what connects the two. This is what helps us to connect what we actually feel within us and what we actually think. The wand energy helps us to do that. So once we acknowledge that we are fighting ourselves, that we are holding it in, that we are holding it back, once we can acknowledge that, this is where the sun comes in. This is where the awareness comes in. This is where the light is shone. And this is when we can actually put all this down. I don't need to, why am I stopping myself from feeling it? Why am I stopping myself from thinking it? Why am I stopping myself from communicating it to myself, at least? Do you know what I'm saying? Look, yeah, so then it's very simple. Then you do move on. So as I'm saying, it's not about the fact that you are fighting it. It's about the fact that you have to acknowledge that you are fighting it. It's about the fact that you have to acknowledge that this has been something it's still a battle for me. It's still hard for me to get over it. It's still hard for me to forgive her. It's still hard for me to forgive them. It's still hard for me to forgive him. It's still hard for me to let go of what happened in the past, to let go of these feelings of abandonment. I want to move on. I feel like, you know, I'm ready, I'm strong, I'm this, but I also feel like it's hard to move on. As I'm moving on, I'm finding it difficult. So it's absolutely fine to not want to think about something, but acknowledge to yourself, I do not want to put any more thought or energy into this situation because I feel XYZ about this situation, i.e. the 5 of Pentacles, and it's making me want to move on from it. It's making me, and once you do that, as I said, then you put down the wands, okay? And this is the energy that we're moving into, this energy of the Ace of Wands, the energy of the Knight of Pentacles. So this is showing that it's been slow moving. It's taking you a while to face up to it. You know, I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying that key wisdom tarot is the thing that's made you face up to it, but of course not, babes. I'm just saying it's taking you a while. It isn't me. It's the, it isn't this reading. I mean, it might be for some of you. But, you know, we're in that energy because of Mercury's going retrograde season. I tell you what, I love retrograde season. I've come to love it because it really is retrograde season. The question of retrograde season every single year, and it happens every single year for the four or 5. Well, it can be up to 6 months, but it's usually 4 months to 5 months of the year. And the retrograde season is really about looking at what there is, looking at what you've manifested over the last 12 months, and asking, okay, is this really what you want? Is this reality? Is this actually, is what you've manifested in true harmony with who you are? That's what retrograde season's about. And if it is, brilliant, it stays. If it isn't, we actually finally can recognize that during retrograde season, and then we can move on and heal from it and out of it. And this is what's going on here for you. Okay, so this battle, I mean, I said the battle was over. You know, this is it's looking like you kind of, as you went, I said the battle's over as you enter the month, or you feel the battle's over, but this kind of seems to be pervading. I feel like the battle is kind of, you know, the final piece of the battle really for you is, as I said, acknowledging your truth, acknowledging the truth for you. You know, your reality is different from everyone else's that exists on this universe. So don't worry about what they think. Don't worry about what they feel. What do you think? How do you feel? Yeah. Okay. So let's look at outcomes for you then, my darlings. We've got Temperance. We've got the Three of, this is exactly what yeah, it's what I've said already. So basically this is what I've already said is going to happen, but just expressed very clearly for you. We've got this energy of the Temperance, and I love this energy of the Temperance because, I mean, I've been in, like many Capricorns have been in, just because Saturn has been kicking our butts for the past 3 years, but the past 8 years has been a drag, hasn't it? But anyway, Temperance energy is this, the old you and the new you. So the old you and how you felt and what you knew, and all the new stuff that you're learning and that you have learned. And it's kind of, you know, it kind of mixes those two cups together so that they become one, so that you become one, so that the new lessons that you've learned that have released the old things that you knew, they're going to be replaced now, and you're going to be feeling this is what helps you to heal. This is what helps you to, because actually it's not the bad stuff that's happened, it's your understanding of, it's how that affects your understanding of yourself, how that affects your understanding of your life, your world, your existence, your experience. It's not the experience itself that's bad or that's good. It's how the experience affects your perception of your reality, how the experience affects your perception of yourself, whatever the experience is or was. So that's what the Temperance energy, because it gives you that, it's the maturation or the alchemy, the recognition of the blessing of whatever you went through that was necessary for you to now get to this stage where you are, where you will be, where you will have released, where you will be able to feel strengthened because of all the things that have happened. Okay, however difficult and challenging it was. I'll come to this at the end, and we've got the Eight of Cups. I've just had this for Taurus as well, and I said to them, and I've had this a few times actually yesterday as well, in the other reading, other signs, other elements. And this is the Eight of Cups is an emotional cycle, okay? Or actually, I should say, the Eight of Cups is the recognition that you have been in an emotional cycle. And that emotional cycle might be, you know, I'm always going to be single, or all men are cheaters, or all women are liars, or all people are just going to leave you. Whatever it is, that's a cycle that you've created that's affected and impacted your feelings, your emotions. We all do it. I do it. You do it. Everyone does it. The Eight of Cups is the recognition that you have done that. And as soon as you, because this is an eclipse, the sun and the moon, as soon as you recognize that you have been stuck in that place thinking all men are cheaters, all women are liars, you know, all people leave you, I'll never get married, I'm not good enough for blah blah blah, whatever it is for you, as soon as you see it, as soon as you shine a light on it, you move on from it. That cycle is over. because after that cycle comes the recognition, the understanding of actually how that affected you, and how that affected what you manifest, and now can you change things, and blah 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 blah. So that's a brand new cycle that's going to start opening up for you now. That's what we see, and this is the opportunity. This is that brand new cycle opening up to you. This is you knowing that there are things that you want and that you can have in your life and that you want to go towards and that can come towards you. This is you knowing and recognizing that, and knowing that these things that I want in my future, I can have them. You know, they can be on the horizon, you know, and so it's a really nice month. I mean, I feel like you might think, oh my god, what she's talking about, crazy, it's not going to be a nice month, but it is a lovely month for you, because it's a very, and to be fair, I'm feeling this energy for a lot of the signs that I've read for now, that we're all kind of firming up, strengthening really our kind of connection to ourselves, and the understanding that we have of ourselves, of our emotions, and the impact of our experiences, what that has on us, the impact that has on us and on our lives. Okay, my darling Virgos, I hope you loved that reading. I will see you again next month at the end of June with your brand new June monthly reading. Take care, my darlings. Bye.